What up, Dokkaners? So in this thank you celebration, we have been given the special gift card. This is the global equivalent to the wish strips that JP players received during their Tanabata celebration. And with this, you can select up to 7 different characters in the Baba shop. So this video, I'm just going to be giving you my opinions, my thoughts on which characters you should be choosing, because honestly, 77 characters to choose from can be a bit overwhelming, especially for newer players. So I would recommend that besides just listening to what I have to say, you should check the pinned comment, or not the pinned comment, you should check the comment section down below in general, because other people may have their own thoughts and opinions on different things, and it might help make your decision a little bit easier on certain characters that you might be wanting to pick or not. So definitely check the comments down below. If you guys also have anything to contribute, please feel free to do so. Let's go ahead and read through this just to make sure that everyone is on the same page, because there's always something we might miss. Up to 7 Dokkan Thank You Celebration gift cards can be obtained through different ways, such as login bonuses, missions during the event period. Collect Dokkan Thank You Celebration gift card 7 and recruit characters of your preference to your team. You can tap and hold the characters' icons at the Baba shop to view character details. We're looking at it on the website, so we can't do that. How to get Dokkan Thank You Celebration gift card 7. There are 7 of them, so you can obtain them through these different ways. Number 1, login bonus. The first login on the 20th of November at 4 p.m. PST for me. So for you guys should have already done this. We're already past this point, so you just check your login. You'll have it, and you will be getting 2 of these upon first login. So you're going to be able to pick up 2 characters right away just from this. Another Dokkan Thank You Celebration gift card 7 can be obtained by logging into the game between the 27th of November 4 p.m. PST, my time zone, and the 28th, right before that reset. That is because in the US that is going to be Thanksgiving, so I'm assuming they're giving us that one. Therefore, 3 gift cards can be obtained total just from this. Also, special missions. You will get 1 gift card by completing specific missions between now and the end of the celebration, which is the 4th. The Purunga Dragon Ball campaign can also give you up to 3 cards if you wish for it. I will do a separate video on the Purunga Dragon Balls. I may or may not do a separate video for each hint. That might be a bit overkill. So what I might do is end up just waiting until the end of the week after 7 days, and then I will do a review on how to obtain all the different Dragon Balls, and you guys can then watch me do my summons or my rewards, and you guys can pick those if you want. So this is how you obtain all of them. 3 + 1 + 3 makes 7. At the moment, you can only have 3 as of me recording this on the first day of the celebration. I finished all the missions and I did my first login, so I have 3 total gift cards. If a Dokkan Thank You gift card is not used during the event period, it will be rendered obsolete after the event ends. In addition, it will be deleted after 180 days of being claimed. Please go to the treasure section of the Baba shop to recruit Thank You card celebration character. 1 Dokkan Thank You Celebration gift card can be used to exchange for 1 celebration special character. You can actually exchange for, well, yeah, you can exchange for 1, but it doesn't end there. Like if you want to pick up 5 of 1 character, you can do that. Okay. The date goes until the 24th. You can exchange the card for the same character up to 5 times. They say it right here. Yada, yada, yada. So that is everything. We didn't miss anything. Now, overall, these characters are not on the same tier as like the special stone characters or the coin characters. They're obviously a lot less good, honestly. And these characters are sort of the general pool characters that you will randomly select during your summons. You'll randomly just get these. So as far as any of them being like massive game changers, I wouldn't say, well, there are a few that I would say in general are more applicable to certain events that can be more useful. What I'm looking for this list of characters are ones that are very useful for noteworthy events. That's how I approach it. And also I try to factor in characters that can support, characters that can help boost other characters. Most of these guys are not going to be your slot 1, frame 1, world breaking level characters like Beast Gohan. They're not going to be doing that. But some of them can be pretty useful with some of the current meta teams and challenge events. So that's how I'm going to be approaching it. Here is the list of characters, and here is my first 7. Since we can choose up to 7 of them, I am breaking this down by 7. So here's my first 7. I have AGL Golden Frieza, Tech Super Saiyan Goku, Int Vados, Int Android 16, STR Bardock, STR Piccolo, and Physical Launch. The reason why I've chosen these is because I feel like these cover some of the most important facets of the game. Number 1, probably the most important universal concept in Dokkan now is probably damage reduction. And these 2 characters are some of the best damage reducing characters that are most easily available. This God Goku, when he Dokkan Awakens, he turns into a God Goku who can raise defense. He is a rainbow orb changer, which is useful for a lot of characters. And now the Bulma event exists, so that's That's obviously a new level of metrics that people now factor into their assessment. So this character can raise his defense multiple times if you have enough additionals, and he can get a 77% damage reduction against pure Saiyans or movie bosses, which applies to a lot of the content that we have currently in the game. So this guy can still be very effective on a lot of different teams, which is why I think that he is a good pickup. The Golden Frieza also has a significant amount of damage reduction, but it is 90% damage reduction contingent on your health being above 40 or 50%. At which point, when you fall below that, you do lose that ability. Let me actually pull him up. The thing about him though, while his damage reduction is great, his overall stats are not, but he can still be a useful slot 1 unit in a lot of situations. He's not going to get you through every single event out there, but he will still do the job that he needs to, especially if you build him with a maximum dodge focus. Most of the time he will tank 90%. Oh yeah, health is 40% or more. He will tank whatever hits. Obviously with no defense, no backbone, it's going to be far less effective. But if you combine this with a Whis, or if you give him maximum dodge, it's going to increase his longevity and it's going to give you more utility in that stalling position with this guy. So I think that Frieza still does have a place. Eventually the tech Golden Frieza will become better because he will get a super EZA and that will make him busted. But this guy is, I think, is still good. And again, these characters are not on the same level as like premium Dokkan festivals, so we can't expect the world from them. I think that this is still useful. Then we've got Int Vados, a fantastic overall support and dodging unit. And this unit is going to be a lot more effective, I guess, now that we have more Universe 6 characters coming up with this thank you celebration. So I think Vados will be a nice fit for a lot of people who might now have the urge to run a Universe 6 team. Vados is great. Int Android 16 is fantastic, actually. For powerful comeback, this unit is really good. Really effective. I remember when I was doing like maximum difficulty burst mode runs for the 10th anniversary fan meetup, which I'm totally not salty about, by the way. And I remembered that one of the best things that I did was bringing a low-cost Android 16 whose defense is nuts. He can greatly raise defense for 1 turn. He can guard all attacks. He has 48% damage reduction after enough times of guard activating. This guy's actually like a pretty good stall. And again, like I said, damage reduction, defense, that's sort of the universal concept that you want to be looking for with these lower tier characters. They don't have the muscle to eliminate enemies, but as long as they can provide support, as long as they can keep your runs alive, that's what I think is the most important thing. And this guy does that while he also supports. I've never really run him with the Gohan combination, not too many times anyway, but when I have, it has been pretty nice. 50, was it like 58%? All allies, yeah, 58% when you get a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan Youth attacking in the same turn. I think I honestly did it once. And that too, I think it was because of Android Cell Saga, yeah. So I like him. He good. Bardock. Bardock is an EZA from the 9th anniversary. The reason why I think this Bardock is a good pickup is because this Bardock, well, number one, is a pure Saiyan, pretty common category. But also the Bardock and Gine have a very unique ability that not too many units have, and it's from the active skill. The active skill where's the active skill? The active skill can eliminate all status effects. So it's basically a Sensu Bean minus the heals, but also gives you multiple turn support with the attack buffs. You also can get that from the Easy Aid super attack where you massively raise attack and defense, and you can raise stats for 2 turns. That's another great thing I like about some of the newer support characters. Just because they're not on the rotation doesn't mean their presence isn't being felt. Units like this are fewer and far between, just because it's kind of a newer concept, but I like where they're going with it, and I think that this will be a good, useful option for some people running a movie heroes team, a low-end movie heroes team, or a pure Saiyans team. Also, this guy gets stronger when fighting Frieza, which there are some nice Frieza events, so I think Bardock does have a place. This is probably the most important. Oh my god. This looks horrible. Thank you, AI upscaling. Okay, let's not ever do that again. My god. The STR Piccolo, I think, is probably the most important among the bunch, mainly because this is the #1 world tournament unit in terms of speed to kill. If you're trying to do world tournament runs, most of you probably don't care about scoring in like the top 20 in the world. But when you are doing the world tournament, I would imagine that most of you want to be done with it as quickly as possible. This is one of those units that will make your life a heck of a lot easier when you are doing world tournament play. This one and the Majunior together are an effective 1-2 punch that can help you eviscerate world tournament. So it is a unit that every player should have. Even if you're not going to do world tournament a whole lot, whenever you do it, this unit makes your life a lot easier. You've got self-sufficient orb changing. nuking passive. You have a guaranteed crit when facing 2 or more enemies once only. Once only is all you need because you will take out everyone on the opposition in one go in World Tournament with this guy on your team. So that's all I got to say on him. Just pick him up. Make sure you have him. You have 7 cards. If you want to pick up other characters, fine. As long as you make sure you have this guy, your World Tournament runs are going to be far less of a headache because he's that good. I also threw Launch in here because Launch, I think, is a fantastic unit for the Peppy Gals event overall. Launch can nerf an enemy like crazy. Launch also helps you get through some of the hurdles that you need to get through on some of those Bulma events. Might be a little bit of a hot take, but I do think that Launch is an effective unit to include on like an Earthlings team, or more importantly on any heart-pounding drug battle, whatever it's called. So these are my 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I had to pick, it will probably be those. These are the ones that I would recommend for the general players. Feel free to let me know in the comments down below if you guys agree or disagree. Of course, there are many more characters here that you can find use for, so don't hesitate to pick up other characters. You're not losing out on some insane opportunity by picking another character. These sorts of gift card free characters they're very commonly available through this. So if you are missing like half of these, you pick up 7, the next year you'll pick up the next 7. It's not that big a deal if you miss out. There are a lot of other units. I do have a second batch of characters. This is sort of like my second tier list, my second like list of characters. I do think that these guys are also good with their EZAs, especially. Whis is a good bond of Master and Disciples, EZA with some decent dodging. Trunks, I think, is going to be receiving an EZA in March because this is part of the Saiyan Day 2021 celebration where the Int TUR legendary Super Saiyan Broly is from, and Broly just got his EZA during Worldwide. So I think that Trunks could potentially get an EZA during the upcoming March celebration, which is the same one where the Tech LR UI Goku is set to return. Paragus, this is also part of the 9th anniversary EZA batch. This guy actually can be a nice support. The problem with him is that in terms of teams, there aren't too many good teams to run the Paragus and Broly on, but it can still be a nice asset for Pure Saiyans. Universe 6, if you did pick up all the new Universe 6 characters from the story event, you need more filler units. This Botomagetta is a good defensive unit that can function anywhere on your rotation on a Universe 6 squad. Vegeta from the Android Cell Saga has some potential for some nice damage reduction if you're running like an Android Cell Saga team. Not the greatest, I guess. Also a nice overall support from the Future Saga, but also in general with the Gosu. And probably my favorite support is the physical Bardock. He's a Super Saiyan Bardock with a crazy defense buff. I think it's like 300%. He gets guard after getting hit once, but I find myself using him on a lot of the common teams, Super Saiyan or Exploding Rage. I actually find myself using this physical Super Saiyan Bardock quite a lot, and he doesn't get me killed all that often. He is still a lower end support compared to some of the more recent ones, but still, I do like that this Bardock is an effective one even now. So that is my second batch of 7. After that, if I were to pick some random good, maybe interesting sleeper picks, I don't know. Kind of putting myself on the spot here. That's not exactly a good thing. If I had to pick one, gosh, I can't. Oh, you know what? Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Whirus. I think these would be 2 nice sleeper picks. The Whirus is a good support for Realm of Gods and Fusion. Also nice double orb changer. That's kind of a rare find. Not many units can do that. This guy can also link well with Beerus and Whis. Eventually, that combo should be part of a nice new team. So maybe this unit will be good for that. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta has a guard mechanic and also a damage reduction when guard is activated. When he gets his EZA, whenever that is, I think he will be an amazing EZA, but I just don't know when that's going to happen. So those are 2 sleepers slash hot takes. Besides that, I'm sure there are others that you guys will let me know in the comments, but hopefully this helps you guys make a more informed decision on which of these characters are worth picking up. But again, in summary, these are not like premier top tier characters. So worst case scenario, if you don't pick, I'm speaking primarily to newer players. If you don't pick the characters that I chose, or if you don't pick the characters that other people recommended in the comment section, it's not the end of the world. These guys will be back. You'll probably pull them on some summons before even realizing that you never had them. So yeah, it's not that big a deal. Oh, also STR God Goku. I do like his EZA. He's pretty fun to use. Anyway, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the gift card character selection. What opinions do you have on the characters that I chose? Do you have any other ones that you think are better? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more content in the future and click the notification bell so that you, the YouTube, know you want to see more of myself. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned, and DBZ Dokkan responsibly.